Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, your girl Jennifer, and how you guys doing? If you're new here, you're welcome, and thank you guys for subscribing and also coming to this channel. And if you're not new here, you're also welcome, and thank you guys once more. It's really like warm and hot in here. We all just like combine. It's no joke. Ain't nobody but I'm gonna be talking about my my top favorite or best contour shades to use for your makeup or for dark skin or women of color. Just simple as that. Contour is not a generic it does not have a generic category like you have foundation, like you have powder, and you have concealer. So contour does not come in a different category. However, contour is from a concealer. So when people say, oh, I'm gonna highlight and contour, it's still the same concealer. The only difference is a lighter shade and a darker shade. What do we mean by concealer? Concealer is to conceal. So when you have a lighter shade, you conceal a dark circle or your pigmentation and anything like that. But when you have a darker shade of concealer, it's to define. So contour is to define any part of your face. So we women of color, or most women have that, we mostly use our contour for the perimeters of our face, which is our chin area, you know, our forehead and our jaw. This is all to give us the illusion that, you know, this is how our shape of our face look like, and in reality our face look like orange. So that's what contour means, to actually define. And when people say highlight and contour, they want to like brighten, conceal, and they want to like define the face at the same time. I believe most people use their foundation as also concealer, like underneath highlight, and a contour situation. There's nothing wrong in using your foundation as your highlight and contour, but there's a difference between foundation and a concealer. Okay, a foundation is a base that is pigmented to carry on for like so many hours. Concealer can also do the same, but concealer is more of a creamier texture base than foundation. Yes, we can say foundation is also creamy, yes, I can use a concealer and highlight and whatever. Yes, foundation and concealer work differently, so that's why a concealer, it has a very creamy texture, and a foundation does have a creamy texture. It's more buildable or built to the fact that it can have a certain matte or dewy finish. I hope we are clear of what we mean contour and highlight, because contour is also from concealer. It's also a concealer, so it does not have any category, and concealers can either be light or dark. So the lighter is to brighten and to conceal and to hide anything. The contour, it can still hide, it can still conceal, but preferably is to define. It's just like you have a shadow and you have a highlight, when there's a shadow. So contour acts like a shadow which defines. So I'm going to be sharing my top 6 favorite contour shade to use. My least favorite contour shade which is number 6, is this L'Oreal Infallible Mocha in 341. This is a modern concealer. The reason why it's my least favorite is because I feel like I use this mostly on my clients, really, when I do makeup out there. It has a very nice cool tone of brown, that shade to it. It looks ashy on my skin, so even if I have my foundation and I had this as a contour, it's very ashy, but it's a really beautiful shade to use as a contour. Because it's not my favorite does not mean it cannot be your favorite. You get what I mean? So, but this is a good product to use in terms of a contour shade. It is affordable. This is a drugstore from L'Oreal. It's blendable. It's very I love the finish. This is my number 6 least favorite product to use. Next is my number 5 least contour shade to use, and this is the LA Girl Pro Concealer and Define, and the shade I have here is in Espresso. I really love this shade. LA Girl is one of those shades that that actually made people love concealers, you know, at the earlier stage. I'm going to actually use the term chocolate to describe most of this concealer today. And in terms of describing a contour shade, it's kind of really difficult because it's all like dark. This shade, I can say, is on of a warmer side. It's towards a deep warm side. And when I use it on my skin tone, oh my god, it gives me that bronzy goddess look. It does not make me too ashy contoured, nor make me too brown. It just gives me a nice range of texture that I want. Next is my number 4 favorite contour shade to use, and I recommend to you guys, and this is the ColourPop No Filter concealer, and the shade I have is in Rich 75. I believe they've changed this terms or name of this concealer now, and it's normal Rich, called Rich 75. I use this so often. It's a really creamy product, easy to blend. This is actually a deep warm red undertone concealer shade, because sometimes when I do mix my lighter concealer, which tend to have a golden, neutral or cool undertone, and mix it with this, which has a bit of deep red undertone to it kind of like complement each other, like blends everything out. And it's also good for dark skin women of color out there, melanin skin, that you want a bit of contour or bronze shade. This is shade I recommend. Lovely. So how am I going to describe this now? This is actually like a cocoa shade, like a really cocoa oil, like a Milo. If you ever drink hot chocolate, this is like the shade, you know, for it. This is my 3rd favorite contour shade to use. This is actually a foundation stick, okay, but I turned it into a contour because it's too dark for me to be as a foundation, and it's a perfect shade for it to be as a contour shade. So this is the Black Opal foundation stick in hazelnut. Oh my god, if I want to have that lovely brown skin, I don't know when I say, I use this shade, man. This is creamy. Although it's a stick, yeah, it glides on the skin smoothly. It blends well. It does not move when you're blending. And this shade is more like the Elegant Pro concealer, but with a very, very warm undertone to it. Very warm. So this seems to be like a golden warm undertone concealer. I really, really love it. Foundation, but I call it, like, I use it as contour, which is like a concealer. It's actually a foundation stick, and this is my 3rd favorite. Like, you can see it's almost finishing. That is because I use it often, so often that it's almost gone, and I can't wait to purchase another one. It's not that expensive. It's affordable, probably £8 or £9, you know. So I recommend this to you out there. If you already use this in your foundation, go a darker shade of this in your foundation to use this as a contour shade, or you can go for a more creamier liquidy concealer as a contour shade. So this is my number 3rd favorite contour shade, and this brings us to our number 2. So this is the Makeup Revolution Pro and Define concealer in the shade 616. Oh my god, Makeup Revolution as of last year was top of the game. They came out with nice, lovely concealers, but in terms of this brand, they are really good. They are affordable. It's good, you know. There's no controversy on it. So this is in the shade 616. This is my 2nd favorite because I use it like mad. If I don't use any of my contour, this is the thing I grab to all the time. It's a very golden, this is more of a neutral to golden deep undertone. It's not really that warm. It's just that you're mixing milk and chocolate together. This milky, not milky, this is a chocolate milk contour shade. Oh my god, I can't stop describing this thing with either chocolate or coffee shade, and it's a really good shade for my skin tone. And if you're darker, you can go darker on this shade. I think they are believed to up to C18 or C20 something. I don't know, I'm not sure, but yeah, the more higher number you go, the more darker it becomes. But this is a really lovely shade for my skin tone. And all of this concealer I mentioned here is going to be down below, so please check the box out. And all of these products I've mentioned today are cruelty free, vegan free, and paraben free. What more can you actually get from a product And this brings us to our top one concealer, and this is the Juvia's Place face makeup. So they actually came out with a foundation, a concealer, and a powder. This brand is black owned makeup brand, and it's really good and it's affordable, but I actually love the brand product, so you know, I'm giving it credit where it's due. So the reason why I love this shade is like, this is what I actually have on my face today. This is the contour shade I use, and my foundation I use is a new foundation called Beauty. You can see this concealer is super creamy. Ooh, and it feels so dewy. So you can see this is so full coverage concealer, and this is the shade I was talking about. This just literally look like my Revelation the 616. It's more of a golden side, but it's still a little bit warm. It's not really that deep, you know, but it's a little bit warm, and a nice complementary shade for my skin tone to actually contour with without being too ashy. You know, there's a lot of concealer out there for contour that when you actually use it, you either black or ashy, and it just ruin your makeup entirely. And just to fix that, you just have to take off your makeup. I don't know what part of chocolate I need to describe it. You know, like summer, you know, Ben & Jerry brownie ice cream, add a little bit of vanilla to that. That is the shade I am having right here. Very beautiful shade. So these are my top 6 favorite concealer contour shades. You can either use as a dark skin, women of color, melanin beauty. Contour is different to every skin tone. What is my lighter shade is could be someone else's contour shade, and what is my contour shade is someone else on the highlighter shade. You get what I mean. Like, shade I have here is shade number 7 in the Juvia's Place. It actually has a number, not a name. Thank you guys very much, and this is the end of my, you know, tips, advice, pros, and whatever I shared to you guys. These are my favorite. These are all my items. I use them daily or one way or the other. But so yeah, I have other contour shade, but this is the one that made it to my top 6 favorite. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. You know, leave your comment below on what do you think, or what is your contour shade. Leave it below. I want to know, and let's talk about it. You know, and don't forget to click on that notification bell so you get a lot from whenever I upload any video. And until then, guys, I'm gonna see you in my next video, so take care of yourself and be nice to others. Peace.